This is Gene Adam, former lead singer of Iced Earth. Be sure to subscribe to Podcast and Stone, and don't forget, join our community on social media. Metal lives.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Iced Earth community, welcome to 1 year of Podcast in Stone, the only podcast 110,000% dedicated to Iced motherfucking Earth. I am joined, as always, with the motherfucking incomparable Chuck Hoskins, my partner in crime. Or not. I'm rambling now. Shut the fuck up, Jason. Chuck, 1 year.
Jason.
1 year.
It's awesome. What's up, my friend?
I'm awesome today, man. Like, I'm a bit upset we couldn't get a video out on the day, but we've just been busy, man. Like, our schedules have been nightmarish to try to get stuff sorted. But you know, today will be the day that we are. Finally,
we're still celebrating 1 year.
Man, that's gone like that. Like, I still remember, like, you know, the morning I got up for work. It was like 5 a.m. and I left my house about 6. And I checked my phone. And there's like a message from like, I don't know, like 2 in the morning from you saying like on my old page for my old YouTube,
Valhalla.
Vinyl Valhalla, and you were like.
Right.
Hey man, like, you know, I love your passion for Iced Earth. You know, I was thinking of doing a podcast. Should I do a podcast? I was like, hell yeah, I'll do a podcast. And thus, Podcast in Stone was born. Man,
it didn't take. Our first Skype together, I knew it was going to work. Like we just gelled and it went very well. We had an okay first year. Are you kidding me?
Are you joking?
Year.
Okay,
No.
Holy fucking hell.
What an outstanding year. I mean, first of all, our group is the best on Facebook.
We love
our Facebook group.
We love all of you, man. On whoever, you know, I can't remember off the top of my head what the numbers are at the moment, but I think there's at least 800 of you on there, and we are overblown. Overblown? That's the wrong word. We are overwhelmed by just the support and the engagement and the discussions and everything. It's just like, you know, it shows the commitment and dedication that are Iced Earth fans, and the fact that it clearly shows me that there wasn't a place, especially on social media, where Iced Earth fans can call their home. And I would like to think that Iced Earth fans that are in our group can call our group their home for everything Iced Earth, because that's what I would like to believe that we built it for. And it's so humbling to see people, you know, join the group and say, you know, oh yeah, I saw this episode or I saw that episode and I've come to join. And you know, even new fans, they'll come in and go, oh, I've only just heard Iced Earth from the new album, Incorruptible. Oh, can you guys recommend, you know, what I should pick up next? So you could be the longest going, you could be the fan for the longest of time. You could be a fan of Iced Earth from just yesterday. And I think even, you know, especially for those new fans, I think our podcast group is the place to be, to learn even more about the band and discover more of their music and just be a bit more educated about them as well. Because the band's got such a massive history, it's ridiculous. And it's just... I don't think...
As you know, I'm a collector, and I've been a part of many different, like, vinyl heavy metal sites and different other bands that have like bootleg sites and stuff that have shown their stuff on there, you know, like, oh, here's, you know, 2 new Kiss or whatever CDs. And I always hated that there was no place where there was an avenue for Iced Earth fans to do that. And now on a daily basis, you know, we get, here's pictures of 3 vinyls that I got from Century Media. you know, you showing that burnt offering CD. That stuff makes me happy to see all the different versions. I mean, people are still learning that there's different versions and different covers for stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that that was out there. And you know, I don't pretend to know everything. I still see stuff that is like, wow, I didn't know that that version existed on Digipack or
It's
whatever. So it's
it's
cool
it's like
that
when
everybody shares.
yeah, it's like when when we discovered that Brazil, I think it was a Brazil, no, that Mexican exclusive like alternate cover for Plagues with just Set's
Yeah,
face, and I'm just like, well, as soon as I found it and bought it, I was like, I need to show people this because this is awesome. I know it's just zoomed in on his face, but it just looks awesome in the
right.
jewel case. It just looks amazing and
I
stuff like
know.
that. Like I think,
There's a Brazilian misprint of Dark Saga like that too that I can't get my hands on. I found a guy somewhere in Brazil and I asked if he'd sell it to me, and he just put a bunch of Brazilian stuff. I couldn't read it. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't speak this.
Google
So I'm
Translate,
still
my
trying to
friend.
find it. Right. I need to
It's
Google
not perfect.
Translate. You're right.
It's not perfect, but
Right.
it'll get the job sort of done where you kind of sort of mostly understand what they're saying.
But
Um,
anyway, our group is so fantastic, and that's just the fans.
speaking like, sorry to interject, but speaking of like understanding languages and stuff, our the group is amazing for it's such a broad of nationalities from Greece, Sweden, Germany, North America, everywhere. UK, of course.
U.S., Canada. I
Yeah,
got a
man,
buddy in
it's
Canada
just
now.
so many people just representing, their country and their fandom of Iced Earth in that group, and that's just awesome. That's just
Right.
fucking wicked to me. It blows my mind that one person wants to watch our stuff, but the fact that we've got 800 people in our group, and we've got over 300 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we've got over 100 people on our Instagram. It's crazy. It just for that kind of yearly growth, that's really really cool.
Right.
And yeah, I think I've grown as a person through this experience. To be honest, I feel fulfilled in my life where I've been able to do this, especially being a fan of Ice Death for so long. Obviously, I'm not saying I've been the fan for the longest. There's definitely people on our group that have been fans a lot longer than I have. But just being a fan in general, and just I I think I was telling you the other day, Chuck, like if if last August someone came to me and said, oh, after Christmas you'd be talking to Matt Barlow, I'd laugh at them. But yeah, after Christmas we spoke to Matt Barlow, and I lost my mind a little bit. And 2 months in with John Schaefer as well, like you can't make this shit up. You really can't.
Well, I remember how nervous we were for our first interview with Gene. I mean, I was like, this is Gene Adam. You know, he's on our little show, and
It's
we can't thank Gene enough for everything
um
he's done. That
yeah.
opened the doors for
It didn't just open the door. It kicked it open. Like, Gene, if you're watching, I'm sure you are, because you're a beautiful human being that has our backs for the whole thing. But yeah, if you're watching, man, like seriously, you were the catalyst for this whole thing. When it came to like doing this podcast, and we want to hear from Gene Adam, the OG, what I mean, singer, and the guy that doesn't get enough love, and throughout this, having you on the podcast and having you engage with the group, we realised we've kind of built a friendship. Me and Chuck have built a friendship with you, and we've realised how much of a beautiful human being you are, and we fucking love you to bits, man. And thank you so much for everything you've done in support of our podcast, and what you've been able to let us. You've opened up opportunities that only that fans would dream of doing. So thanks a lot, man. We fucking love you for that.
And there's a lot more than Gene we need to thank, and I hope we don't forget names. We've got,
There's
speaking
so
of OG, Mike McGill right off the bat was sharing our post. Mike's a buddy of mine, and I haven't told you this, Jason, so I'll tell you this. Mike is actually going to be in my state in 2 months, and he's going to come see me. So,
I want to say thanks again to Mike for sending me this and signing it and stuff. That's fucking means the world.
yeah,
You know.
Mike's awesome. But we're going to try to do, hopefully, like a podcast with him here in my house. That'd be awesome. So he's going to come see me anyway.
Nice.
But Randall and Dave from the first album, Dave Abel, both did awesome interviews with us. John spent the longest time I've ever seen him do any interview. That was amazing.
Yeah, the fact that John, openly just let us gave us that time with him just to chat about the band and the history and just uncovering little kind of tidbits that no press person would ever know or ever ask.
Right.
The fact that we kind of ask questions that fans want to ask, that fans want to know the answers to, and it's awesome. Some of the stuff I didn't even realise. The fact that Tim was quite a last minute addition to Glorious Burden. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that, like fucking hell, you wouldn't expect it. The performance that Tim
The
gave
story,
on that.
the story about the Dark Saga with it being in Walmart and stuff. I mean, just amazing and Bill Owen.
I feel educated, even more educated about this band over this last year because of the people we've spoken to. Do you know what I mean? It's madness.
I'm trying to touch on all the people that's helped us out this year. Bill Owen from Purgatory.
Bill Owen.
I mean,
he's my buddy, man.
He is
love Bill.
Awesome. Bill is awesome. Larry was the first. Larry was the first one to play an instrument on our show. It got a little bit loud. He blew out some speakers, but it was awesome.
And it was the iconic purple.
Oh, from
Live in Athens.
Live in Athens. Come on, are you kidding me? Live in Athens.
Oh shit.
Gene and Jamie from Jacob's Well played an acoustic song that was awesome on our show. That was great having Gene on there. Matt was on our show. Did an awesome interview.
Stu Block. One of
Stu Block.
probably our first big that was probably a big kind of surprise thing where people wasn't expecting us to get any current members so early. It was
right.
we had Gene, and all of a sudden it's just like I remember finishing work and you messaged me and you goes, "Can I call?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I answered your phone. You're like, "Are you free Sunday?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Stucifer." I was like, "Fucking hell, no way." You're like, "Yeah, man, we got Stu." I was like, "Holy shit." That was awesome. Speaking of Stu Block though, he is the only current member that hasn't given us a promo.
I know.
Out of all of them,
so
out of 5.
We'll get it. Brent is always liking stuff on our page. Deadly Smedley is great. He always shares cool pictures and stuff. Brent is one of the coolest people in the world, and we were very lucky to have him.
Luke, obviously, how much of inspiration Brent Smedley is to me, hugely, huge inspiration. So speaking to him was a big thing for me. So yeah, that's awesome. But Brent Smedley is to me you can't get a better drummer than that in my opinion. He's the best.
Luke Appleton was on our show. We did a promo cast with him. His acoustic CD is amazing. He was great on our show.
It's even better live.
I
will tell you this about Luke Appleton, right? Where I've met him. I know you've met him as well, and I like meeting him for his acoustic thing. The guy's a workhorse, by the way. Like, he's fucking non-stop touring.
Right.
He's got Absolver in
He
December.
gets off one tour and then starts off another
Yeah.
one.
But he's so for the fans, man. Like, he played his acoustic set, which is amazing. And then he spent about, like, 20, 30 minutes just, hanging out with the fans and signing stuff and taking photos. He's a proper dude, man. Like, he's such a nice dude. So Luke, if you're watching this, thanks a lot, man.
Jacob was on our show. Witherfall is now taking pre-orders. I'm gonna push this shit. I love Witherfall, but Jake is not only an amazing player, but he's so cool. Also, that was awesome having him on our show. And I've talked to him and Joseph from Witherfall, which was also the lead singer in the Sanctuary tour, and we're going to be having them on as a promo soon in the next couple months.
Wait. This is news to me.
Okay, Joseph and Jake from Witherfall are going to be on to promote and talk about their new album.
See, guys, you're literally getting news as I get it now. So I'm like, cool. I'm down for that. I'm down.
Also, we can't forget Troy. Troy was awesome on our show. Oh my god,
Troy Seeley, the dark humoured man that he wouldn't allow us to record his jokes
he's awesome
for rated R reasons.
If you're a Troy fan, go find the Y Store. I'm actually going to go see them in a couple of weeks. They're playing in Cincinnati.
Cool.
So I'm going to get to hang out with Troy. Grab a beverage with him or whatever. Mark Prater, our most recent one. That was awesome hearing different, just not Iced Earth things, just all musical things.
It was a really kind of a breath of fresh air for interviews. That's for sure. Like, the insight that he gave us on the recording and producing side of stuff was fascinating. Being a musician myself, like, I love the whole what goes into putting a record together and recording and editing it and mastering, all that kind of technical stuff. I find that fascinating. I fucking eat that kind of shit up. So I could have spoke to him for hours about that stuff.
Right.
He's awesome.
Did I miss anybody, or is that all of our interviews?
You're gonna make me have to look. You're gonna make me look, aren't you? I'm gonna have to look.
No, I think we've. So if you're watching this and if there's somebody that we haven't got yet, a few people, there's reasons why we haven't got them on yet. Either it's been a time restraint, or a couple people were waiting to promote something that they're going to be having out soon. So that's a couple of reasons why a few people are kind of on hold. We've got some. Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I as much as I would like to, like, interview all 5,000 former members of Iced Earth, I doubt we're gonna get to them all. Hell, one person, what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. Live in Athens, bass player.
Oh.
McDonough.
He won't do it.
Yeah. He's outright refused our invitation. So yeah, some people may not be up for it, and stuff like that. Saying that though, like, about getting these former members, Mark Prater technically wasn't a full member, so you got the session musicians in there as well sometimes, I reached out early in the year to Raphael Ciani, the drummer on Plagues of Babylon, incredible drummer on that record, and he's up for coming on. But we've been so busy in the last 8 months that I've just forgot about him. I'm so sorry, Raphael, if you're ever watching this. But yeah, he's down the pipeline for sure. Yeah, man, this just
So
the progression of this year has been ridiculous. This whole first year, a year of many though,
absolutely
a year of many.
right. And I'm so thankful for the many friends that I've made in our group. Just and it's funny. I know it's our 1 year anniversary because like almost every day I'm getting one of those Facebook 1 year anniversary friendship things with people almost every day, and I'm like, yep, the podcast people are starting to kick in.
We just got ours not long ago.
Yep. And Bill's was a few days. John Baylor sent me one today. So I'm getting those. It's the podcast people are starting to blow in.
I can't shout out everyone, because not everybody. I don't talk to everybody in our group like properly, like one to one. There's a select few people that I've chatted to properly, and there's a select few people that I've kind of become good friends with. I'm gonna just call them people out because I feel they deserve to be mentioned. And I think the number one guy. I think people must know the number one guy by now. He's been supporting us since almost day one. I think like day two at least. Like from I think from like at least the Storm Rider episode, and he's gone above and beyond to really kind of push our podcast as hard as possible. In terms of like building an Instagram account for us, that would be Adam Ortiz. Adam, if you're watching, you are fucking awesome, and we can't thank you enough for the support you've given us, man. And we've sent you a care package as a thank you for your support. It should be on its way to you. I shipped it about a week ago, so expect that. Just something that kind of like showcases our gratitude to what you've done to support us. So yeah, man, Adam Ortiz is fucking awesome. Richard Clark designed our most current logo for Podcasting Stone. He designed one of the banners we've been using, and he done some set fan art for us to use. So he's been a big part of the podcast in terms of really helping support us and provide his talents, and he's been awesome. Who else am I missing? I'm missing people. My brain's gone dead. Help me, Chuck! Ah!
See, that's why I hate to name out people because I'll forget people.
Yeah, I know.
Just anybody that's ever posted a picture and say, look, I just got this horror show in the mail today. I love seeing that shit. That makes me so happy. I see somebody got this off of eBay or whatever, and I just love to see it. So anybody that calls that their home, I gotta thank you. If you get on there and you like something and you post a live song from whatever. There's been so many shows that's been put on there. Like here's a clip from whatever that I didn't know existed, and that's so what I wanted with this site. So anybody that participates, and our patrons, of course, but anybody that does a like or watches our show, puts a YouTube comment on, it says, hey, all the people that's asked questions in our shows. I think that's so cool that when we do our interviews, we try our best to get as many viewer questions in as we can.
Yeah. It's not about asking our own questions. It's about asking the questions for the community as well, because that's what we do this for. We do it for the community. We do it for the fans like us that want to ask some proper questions, not fresh bullshit stock questions that.
And a year ago, was you able to get online and ask Randall a question? No. These are the things that I wanted in my life, and nobody was doing them, so I made it happen. I'm not tooting a horn or anything. I'm just saying I wanted these things in my life, and it wasn't happening, so I had to create it. Me and you have put this thing together, and that everybody has made it their own, and that's what makes it so awesome.
Yeah, and I think also what has come as kind of a byproduct from that is we've kind of built a community, but we've built that community on credentials and trust as well. Credentials, credibility, and trust. Like the credibility that we've built for John Schaefer to give us 3 hours. Yeah, I look at my Skype contacts and like it's basically just Iced Earth member, former Iced Earth member, Iced Earth member. It's just like if you told me that 2 years ago, I'd laugh in your face. I was like, John Schaefer doesn't want to talk to me. What are you talking about?
Right.
You know?
Well, how do you think I feel? I was standing in line waiting for the show, and John pulled up in his car and said, "Hey, Chuck," and I lost my shit right there.
Did you shit yourself
I mean,
right there and then in line?
maybe. So anyway, anybody that's helped create art, shared anything on our page, that's just awesome stuff. I love that stuff so much. And you don't have to have 50 million CDs. Like, there's all different types of collection. If you have 2 iStar CDs, share them. I love to see that stuff,
Chuck, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you can kind of rack your brain around it, or kind of, I just want to ask: was there any discussion posts that you remember that you really enjoyed reading the comments of, or kind of discussions, like anything in particular that kind of, I remember that was a fun discussion?
There's been several. I've loved some of our discussions about the re-recordings. Has been kind of a touchy.
It's been a very back and forth, heated conversation, for sure.
And I love seeing all sides of it, and that's something that me and you, if anybody's watched any of our album reviews, me and you disagree on a lot of stuff, but our always thing that we say is there's no wrong answer. If you feel,
because everyone has an opinion,
right.
Music is always going to be subjective, so what works for you might not work for somebody else. That's the thing.
Right.
And what I don't want to see on that group is people fighting over differences of opinion, because you shouldn't be fighting over that shit.
Right.
Well,
it's been pretty good, actually.
I'm really proud that we've got a very kind of happy, chilled out, kind of just casual kind of, group that just gets along and chats away and discusses shit. One of my favorite posts ever. I forget what the post was in particular, but the comments just turned into like beer iced earth puns, and it was the fucking funniest thing. Like incorruptor beer and like plagues of beer and stuff like that was awesome. Crucibeer of man and stuff. It's so good. That was so good. Some of them were so good.
I do remember that. It's funny. Some days I have more time to do it than others, but it's 100% my favorite thing on Facebook and the internet in general. There's been, not secret, but never before seen pictures of like Purgatory that Bill and some of those guys have shared, and just stuff like that. And I remember you put on your burnt offerings just a couple days ago, and right there's Randall Shaver commenting on it, and just stuff like that no other group can you be in a fan group like that and get interaction from members, and it's just so cool. I mean, Matt Barlow comments sometimes, and it's the coolest Facebook music group there is, in my opinion.
You're kind of biased though.
Yeah,
but like
of course.
The fact, that's the thing. The fact that you said, Matt Barlow comments from time to time, Gene comments from time to time, Bill comment, like all that, it gives our group weight. It gives people reasons like, oh, what's this podcast? Oh, this group looks pretty good. It's got a lot of followers. It's got members of Ice Earth and former members. Holy shit! I better check this out and see what's going on. And one thing I want to just mention was like, if you thought I'd be sent stuff like this from like Bill Owen, like one of the proper like Purgatory kind of CD sleeves, and some really fucking rad art, photos from like Unearthed and stuff like that. Unearthed and fucking Gene Adam fucking screwing his tits off there. It's just some like I just want to get into. I'm kind of rambling, but this is a rambling episode, I suppose. Just us bull crapping about the year we've had. But like, I just want to mention the kindness of some of these people, like Gene Adam and Bill, and David Bell, who's
Mike.
sending us stuff. Mike. John Schaefer sending us that bloody test presses. Holy shit. The kindness and generosity is overwhelming sometimes. And I want to thank everybody that has ever done anything for us. Maybe it's send us stuff, creating fan art, creating logos, do whatever you've done as a gift to us. Thank you so much for that. That's just your
Right.
you must have saw my video when I got the package from John, and how I was literally almost a wreck in that video because it was just overwhelmed with emotion. That I've been a fan of that band for like 18 years, and it takes a couple of months on this podcast, and then John just John likes us so much that he wants to give us Christmas gifts. I'm just like, that's fucking insane, and that is like my holy grail at the moment. Like, it's topped, and I love my Into the Realm cassette, but that test pressing is priceless in my eyes. It's telling the world, Chuck.
I have several that are getting there. It's getting hard to pick. My Purgatory poster that's behind me that you can't really see, that you can see on yours, that's one of the coolest things ever. I lost my shit when Bill sent me that. That's just amazing. And I
love it.
I got a T-shirt hanging over there that Mike McGill sent me that there was only 5 made in the world, and I have one.
Fucking hell, that's great. Awesome.
But just I want anybody watching this that enjoys the page. It's not me and Jason's page. I mean, are we the admin? Yes, but it's your page. Own that shit.
Like,
I've been waving that Iced Earth flag for 20 years, and I'm glad now that people can see it. Because before I'd wave it, nobody would see it. So
I still feel like, no matter how strongly and how windy it is and how high we have our flags, the band won't get their due. And I think that's why I think this period of the band could be the most important period of their career, because they've gone independent, and I think it's just they are free to craft their own destiny and their own future. And I'm so excited to see what's next and where the band goes from here. Like, I don't want the lineup to change ever again. I want the band to kind of come to an end with this lineup, because I think John's found his guys. I'm not taking away from Matt Barlow, because if anybody knows me by now, Matt Barlow is my favourite singer ever. He's my favourite Iced Earth singer. He's my favourite just general metal singer. So for me to say I love this current lineup and I want it to stay is not taken away from any of the other guys. I've mentioned how much I love that first album with Gene. It's fucking great. I love it. I love Storm Rider with John Greeley. I love Ralph, the stuff that Ralph done on Glorious Burden, the stuff that Larry, anybody that's been on the record. I'm not taking that away. I'm not taking you away from those albums. I just think John's found his guys that can just carry the band from now on and be there to the end. And I think they should do that. I think they deserve it.
History would say that's not going to happen, but I hope so.
I made a joke where they released that Brothers t-shirt. I'm just like, how long until this t-shirt is out of date? And I was serious about that joke. It's a bad joke, but people thought it was funny. But the fact...
It's a funny way of looking at it.
The fact that they made that t-shirt tells me I don't think this lineup's going anywhere. Because I think John is happy with this lineup. I think,
Well, time will tell that. He always makes good choices. Like, I remember being devastated when Freddie left. I was like, come on, really? And now he's in ashes and we have Luke. So now we have both of them. So it's just an extended family that keeps getting bigger. And this has been a great year for side projects, too.
Oh my God, has it? Holy shit. It's been really
We've got
good.
Greeley put out an amazing EP that's
777.
top notch.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Witherfall's great. Luke put out an amazing EP. If you love Gene from the first Adam, Gene from the first Adam, Gene from the first album, he's got Jacob's Well CDs available, and
Yeah.
they're just amazing. I love acoustic music.
Matt Barlow,
Um,
Ashes of Aries,
Ashes and
Ashes 2 coming soon. And
Ashes and
we are
Sentinels.
Sentinels, which, in my opinion, We Are Sentinels was one of the best albums of the year. It's fucking incredible. I love it to death.
I just mentioned Troy's still making music. If you're a fan of Ripper Owens, he has a new album coming out today. Whatever day it is, he has a new album coming out today. Check your store because he has a new project that's released every day. I'm just saying, Tim Owens has so many bands.
And because I'm going to plug your host here, your host Jason, is also doing music with my band Alteration. plug.
Plug.
Obviously, if you don't live in London, then this doesn't matter. But we are supporting Diamondhead on the 5th of October in London. Do you know Diamondhead, Chuck?
Diamond, and I'm going to sound horrible on this one. I only know the Metallica songs at Diamondhead. Are they the ones that did Am I Evil?
Yes.
And I think they have one or two off of the Garage Days. Helpless or something?
It's electric. They done that.
It's electric. I thought they did like the Small Hours or the Wait or something like that.
I don't know them too much, but I do know that they're a big deal for my band anyway, just to be supporting.
Yeah.
And
they're definitely in it.
And also the idea of without Diamondhead, they wouldn't be a Metallica. So that's how influential they are. So I'm like, holy shit. So yeah, we're
congratulations on that.
We're supporting Diamondhead, and then in March we're supporting a very popular punk band from the 70s called Discharge, which is going to be a massive gig for us. So yeah, I'm doing music. I fucking love it. I could not do with music. We've done these thank yous to people, and I forgot to thank them. One person that needs to be thanked the most, Truck. Thanks a lot for what you do, buddy, man. Over this last year, you've been almost like one of my closest friends. You're a brother. You'll always be a brother. I love you, man. This has been a fucking wicked year.
That's awesome. I feel the same. It's like I said, we clicked right away. I saw your video of the it's not on the internet anymore, of you doing your
should I've kept it up? Damn it.
Unboxing or whatever of Alive in Athens. I was like, that dude loves Iced Earth. I was like, so that's how I just picked him out of the blue, and I said, hey, you want to do a podcast? And he's like, yes. I remember you messaged me at 4 a.m, and I was so excited I couldn't even go back to sleep. So it's been a tremendous year. I couldn't imagine a year ago that we'd be where we are now. And I've spent way too much money on collectibles this year.
Mostly
but that's okay.
Mostly on Dark Saga vinyl, right?
Good Lord.
You bought so many versions of Dark Saga.
God.
Yeah, this year, yeah, see, all the Dark Sagas, everyone.
I'm working on it. There's still a few more.
Speaking about collectibles and stuff, this year I completed my cassette collection, which I'm super proud of. I fucking love my cassettes. I completed my vinyl collection. I'm not going as far as you, Chuck, with every version
Multiple.
ever. I'm just happy to have what I have.
One of each was my original goal.
So much for that.
Right.
How many is it now? 40 of each. You need all 40 of each.
No, not 40, but there's a few that's 6.
Right, as we can start to wrap up, because I think we've been rambling for a bit too long. I want to announce some giveaways. A couple of days ago, I did announce on the Facebook and on Patreon the Patreon August giveaway, which is going to be a massive giveaway to celebrate 1 year of Podcasting Stone. Basically, it is the first album on black vinyl, the first album remastered version on CD, a very limited, from my personal collection, a podcast in Stone CD that only works on computers. It has the first 10 episodes of the podcast. That's number 1 out of 15. That's my own personal copy that I'm giving away to you guys. And an old Alteration, which is my band's Alteration demo that I had made, which, that I don't really want because I'm in the band and I hear the music all the time, and it was just a demo test press kind of deal, so giving that away. And a awesome set Abominate Ice Earth flag to go with it. That's the Patreon.
I saw that.
That's the Patreon giveaway. So
When
if
is
you
that?
want, go on.
When is that giveaway?
Soon,
Okay.
like tomorrow. I didn't actually plan when I was good. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's the end of
Go
the
ahead.
month, so I have to do it tomorrow because it's like the last day of August. Yeah, if you want a chance to win that like mega year 1 August giveaway for Patreon, you can pledge $1 per month to be included on that giveaway and all future monthly giveaways on Patreon. Or you don't have to do that. You can just sign up for 1 month and then just cancel. Whatever you want to do, your money is your prerogative. No, that's the Patreon one. I thought as it's the 1 year of Podcast and Stone, I thought I can't just do a cool giveaway for Patreon, even though the patrons, we love you guys. You're, supporting us in a monetary fashion that we couldn't be more grateful. That's why we do these giveaways and you get early access and stuff like that. But I couldn't just give cool giveaways to the Patreon people because we get support from the Instagram guys on Instagram, the guys on the YouTube, and
Facebook.
all the people on Facebook as well. So I've come up with a few giveaways for each of our kind of domains, so to speak. So for the Instagram, I'm sure Adam Ortiz will help me sort this out on Instagram because he's my Instagram man. He is the Instagram Podcast and Stone Street Crew, after all. For Instagram, I'm giving away Alive in Athens on CD.
The best live CD of all time.
It is the best live album ever. It's the Digipack version. So I would argue the cooler version. I do like the Digipack version. And you'll get a Podcast and Stone patch as well. So
I'm not a patch guy, but that is awesome.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. Although I wish I went to a different manufacturer because I found out I could have got these done lesser than made and for cheaper. Because I think I've made too many, but it doesn't matter. I'll just give them away to people. So on Instagram, I'm sure Adam Ortiz will post this at some point, but it's cool. Live in Athens Digipack and a Podcast and Stone patch.
Nice.
Don't think I'm selling Instagram short. It is a smaller kind of domain, so it kind of reflects in the price, I suppose. For the YouTube, for our YouTube community, I'm gonna do.
Is that a vinyl record?
It is a vinyl. For our YouTube community, bear this in mind, guys. You can just join each domain, and then you can have a chance to win all these prizes. But doesn't matter. For our YouTube, I do have a copy of Alive in Ancient Curion on black vinyl, 3 LP set. I'm gonna make a video and do posts and stuff like that to tell you the rules later on because I'm very tired and yeah. So yeah, for the YouTube, that the giveaway will be Alive in Athens on vinyl. Not Alive in Athens, sorry. Ancient Curion. You can tell I'm tired.
I was about to correct you.
You can tell I'm tired.
I was about to correct you.
You can tell I'm tired, right? God damn it! Yeah, so yeah, YouTube. This is the giveaway for the YouTube people. I'm very happy to showcase that for the Facebook faithful of Podcast in Stone. I thought I'd go for the most recent. The giveaway for the Facebooks is Incorruptible on black vinyl.
I'm gonna try to win that. I need a 4th copy of it, please.
You're not included, sorry.
That's an awesome prize.
So yeah, so I'll be making a post on Facebook probably after we've recorded, probably tonight, for the Facebook, with the requirements of how you can take part in the giveaway on this giveaway for 1 year. I'll do the same with YouTube. I'll probably make a video for the YouTube, and I'll make sure Adam Ortiz, our Instagram street crew guy, he knows who he is. Make sure I'll send him the requirements for the Instagram giveaway. So awesome. Yeah, that's all the giveaways for our community, because we love every single one of you, be it if you was a day one supporter or you only found us yesterday. You are all fucking awesome. Chuck, you're awesome as well. So yeah.
In closing, I just want to say, if you watch this video and you watched it to the end, I appreciate it. Jot down a comment and say, hey, I'd like to have you guys talk about blah, or I'd like a video focusing on this, or what, give us ideas. We've got some cool stuff planned for this year. By no means are we running out just because our album series is over. We've got a lot to cover this year, and some surprises that is going to be dropping soon.
We may have a possible new series with a possible awesome guest, but we don't know yet. It's only in our heads. We've got to contact the guest to make sure they want to do this show. So look forward to that one if it happens. I'm not telling you
I think that would be huge. That'd be fun.
I won't tell you what it is though, but you know what it is, Chuck. But yeah, so we'll let you know, because I'm laughing because I really want to do it. It'd be fucking awesome. Probably has nothing to do with that age, sort of. I don't know.
It kind of does.
Kind of does. Only because it's the guest we would have on. That's the same reason. But yeah.
Anyway, we're mumbling.
Anyway.
Thank you everybody for a fantastic year. Thanks to all the people that make our Facebook great.
Yes.
Thank you, Jason, for all your technical expertise. Couldn't be it without you, sir.
There's been good days, there's been bad days, but it's just, the good days outweigh the bad. And Chuck, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, in the comments below, show Chuck some love. He's literally got every goddamn guest we've had, except for John Schaefer. Gene Adam got us that guest. But technically, indirectly, Chuck got Gene Adam on the show. So technically, Chuck got us John Schaefer indirectly. So show Chuck some love in the comments. Hashtag year one podcast in stone. We love you guys. Chuck, I love you, man. It's been awesome. Until
Much love,
next
Jason.
time. See you later. What the fuck that was?